I want people to feel at ease with being child-free. Is that selfish? The last baby shower I remember attending was 14 years ago, and that was for my nephew, my oldest nephew. And then I was like, I'm not going to these anymore. You know, great, have a kid, that's fine, but don't invite me to your baby shower. I'll come to your sterilization party though. 100%. For the record, I am not sterilized because it would do nothing for my periods, and I just wanted my periods gone because they were awful since the age of like 9 or 10. So, 10 actually. So I have an IUD, and I don't have sex with anyone that can get me pregnant. For me, it excites me, and it's a cool thought that someone would be using a journal that I created and be writing their own thoughts and exploring themselves, essentially exploring their heart, and going and having these epiphanies and having these ideas about what they want to do with their life, and maybe ideas that they can put out in the world that will bring them, you know, success. That's exciting. And then, you know, when that happens, tell me about it, because I really want to know. Journaling in general has been a big part of my life. I didn't really journal about not wanting to have kids. It was just done. I didn't feel conflicted about it. When I knew that I didn't have to have kids, I was like, okay, done, that's it. Never talked about it. I have a lot of journals I'd have to go back now and see. Maybe I did, but there's nothing that stands out in my mind. And honestly, when you go back to reading your old journals, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, oh my God, I was an idiot. Journaling is a personal and a private experience, but it was important for me not to just make something that said child-free on the cover and, you know, give you just a blank book to write in. I wanted to share bits and pieces of my journey and some inspirational memes just to, you know, entertain you while you write, because that way you don't feel so alone. If you feel alone. Maybe you don't feel alone. Here's an example in volume 2 of a story that I share. There's 11 quotes and stories in each of the journals. They're different in each volume, and you know, there's 139 line pages, so it's really all about you, not about me. Just to be clear. I noticed how quickly my phone accepted the term child-free. Imagine if society was that way. I thought it was obvious that motherhood wasn't my goal. Then someone would pipe up and ask me about my reproductive plans. Followed by that insufferable line, never say never. Insert screaming into a pillow here. Writing about not wanting kids is turning into one of the greatest experiences of my life. Not because of the validation, but the freedom that comes with living out in the open. I feel a new level of confidence and peace within myself. Ideas flow, collaborations happen. I stop sleeping with people who want to have kids. You know, it just occurred to me that I could start handing out my journals as baby shower gifts, because, you know, I could attach a note and say, hey, when your child is 16 years old, give them this journal to use. Wonder how that would go over. If any of you guys want to try doing that, be my guest. Let me know how it goes. My journaling has definitely evolved, because before I used to complain about boys, and then I used to complain about boys and girls, and now I journal business stuff, like how to build a child-free brand. Because ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy, especially when you have to fund it yourself. It's fantastic to dream big, even when you have no idea how your dream is gonna happen or how things are gonna work out. Because to be honest, none of us know how things are gonna work out. So, you know, put it out there, write it down.